Welcome to another adventure. We're going to head up the canyon again and we're going to go find a cave. I've seen this cave up on the north facing slope and I just wanted to go check it out and see what's up there. So let's do it. Alright, we're up off the steep stuff now. Looks like we just came up a cliff, and we kind of did. We've come to this really nice looking sagebrush and scrub oak forest, I guess you'd call it. Relatively much easier to hike on actually than the steep stuff. And yeah, we just coming up here looking for interesting things like a strange hook plugged into the ground, connecting to nothing. Wow, look, hold on a second. What's this? Interesting. That was an antenna for something. There's the antenna part right there. I don't know about you, but I just like exploring this kind of stuff. Look at this mess. That's aluminum. Used to be an antenna. There's a scrapper inside of me that wants to take this aluminum back to the car. That's one trip down that cliff that I don't want to make. That's probably the pole it was standing on. What we just looked at here is a cross beam, and there was some kind of that screw in the ground as an anchor. I'm gonna come look at this cliff here. I'm just kind of stomping through scrub oak. Probably getting covered in ticks too. Scrub oak isn't easy to get through. How about this? Little overhang here. Of course, there's black widow webs in it. They are such a prolific breeder. There's usually black widows in every corner, hole everywhere. Like down in here, there's definitely one there. Not sure what's back in there, but that's a decent sized boulder. Anyway, off we go. One of the reasons why I have the hook on this stick is because I can reach out with it and I can turn things over without getting too close. It's very helpful when looking for scorpions, because if you come stomping up on there and get too close, they will scurry into their burrows and you'll miss them. So having a good sturdy hook on the end of that, very helpful for finding scorpions and other creatures that don't like ground vibration. You come stomping up there with your boots. When you get within a few feet, 2, maybe 3 feet, they'll start to back up into their burrows. So having a hook on a long stick, quite nice for that. Just one of them things. People ask me, why do you have a hook on there? Multiple reasons, has a lot of uses. Been going for about 40 minutes now, and I found the Rocky Mountain Bighorns Trail. Winds up on the other side of those pines and just goes right along here and goes around that little edge there. So the question now presents itself: do I want to hike up there? Meaning there, or follow the trail? Those rocks are quite inviting. I want to see what's on the other side of that. Now I can go that way and get there. I can go that way and get there. I can go up that way and get there. Wish I had a quarter to flip right now. How do you explain to people that your hobby is going to places that you could die in or at to find creatures that want to kill you as well? I don't know. I just tell people I like to play video games. Check this out though. We still got a little ways to go, but I don't know if you can make it out up there. There's a structure up there. That is the entrance to Timpanogos Cave. Anyway, we'll see you in a bit. Alright. Not much further to go, I don't think. But it's pretty steep right here. Going slow, making sure we're grabbing onto things that aren't gonna fall, like this cliff. And just taking it slow and safe. Making sure to keep 3 points of contact on the ground at all times, or at least something that's not gonna move. And that was scary, it's moving. All right. I prefer to clamber and climb through scrub oak than follow rock. So even how big this boulder is, just a little tap and it could fall. There is not much holding this ground here at all. And I would very much prefer not to fall. So, yeah. The stuff from way up there is gonna come down too. So if I were to climb over there and walk up on this whole shelf here would slide down the hill, me with it. So, and these rocks with these sharp edge are enough to snap a leg, cut you really bad. So I'll stick with my rough scrub oak because its roots go deep.
The roots go deep.
And it's very solid anchor, but this stuff is not fit for hiking on. In fact, just a little nudge, it might go. Probably should stop poking the bear and head up the trail. I'm gonna follow the scrub oak and tread very carefully up between here through that juniper up the trail, and I'm gonna avoid this landslide right here. Shoot, as soon as I put the camera away, it went. I just sneezed and off it went. That big rock and everything, literally straight down that crevice, all the way down to the path, about 50 yards. Oh geez, I'm getting ready to climb to the top of this thing, put my camera together, and I dropped the microphone off the cliff. So I gotta go back down, get it, come back up. This is a nice perch I'm sitting on here with some pretty cool stuff to see. So down I go. Maybe you can see it, it's right there somewhere. This hike might be boring to a lot of you, but this is the kind of stuff that I find interesting. This is juniper, and this is really, really old juniper. This is what juniper does when it gets old. It gets slowly stringier and stringier, and then it looks like it's burnt when it's really not. Stringier and stringier and slowly decompose. It doesn't turn into that mushy stuff. Just strong, hard, stringy fibers of wood. And to me, it looks really cool. It's not ideal, but it's as flat as it's gonna get. We go up over that edge, it's a landslide, so home sweet home for the next little while. Got plenty of firewood. I'm gonna cut this up, make us a fire, stick the fire right on the inside of this rock right here so the smoke can follow that up, kind of dissipate it a little bit better. And thank you for joining me. We made it up here and we didn't die, so we got good stuff going on. Let's do this. First of all, we need somewhere to put this pack. It's in the way. This bag has a place to hang it up from, like a grab thing. Doesn't work real well, so I put a piece of 550 cord inside on it because it holds it a lot better and makes it a little more accessible than the small handle that came with it. So You make do with what you got, right, guys? All right, you can't see it, but the fire's going right down here. Show you here in a minute. Gotta get some firewood. Make a small, smoky, smokeless fire, right? Saw it so well. Just lean the firewood up near it. Some of this just breaks right off. It's older. It's old trees. Very nice. I don't know how much of this I want to take down. I like it so much. It's just such a gnarly tree. There's a lot of stuff on the ground I'm going to use though, but some of this stuff on the ground's propping up boulders, so we won't be taking that. It has such a rich scent to it when it's cut. Look at this stuff. You see that? How rich, dark, and it has such a nice earthy smell to it. I really like this stuff. This gnarly old juniper branch. In fact, the camera's hanging from one that looks like it's on its way out too. It's pretty. They don't look too healthy. It's got leaves on it and stuff. You can see them right here, but a lot of the branches are dead, and half the trunk is dead too. Long dead. It's going south pretty quick. So put all the wood where I want to sit, so I'll have to move it again and make a fire. Getting hungry. Stuff comes down so well. Anyway, I'll be right back. Places to sit are pretty scarce around here, so I'm just, I don't know if you can see this, just perched down on the ground here on a small incline. The wind's picking up a little bit, not worried. I'll put the fire right here up against this nice rock. And I've gathered a whole bunch of firewood. Some of it's fallen down the hill, both small and big, but I think we're good. It amazes me how these little plants grow right in the side of the rock like that. They're all over here, even this tree right here. Right in the side of the cliff. And this guy right there. It's half dead, but it's growing right out of the rock here. It's pretty cool. There's my Joby mount. Darn thing keeps breaking. It's the second one I've had. It's got a broken foot too. There's the edge of a cliff. But let's get this fire going. Stop yakking. Alright, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come down here near the edge. I'm gonna grab one of these jagged rocks right out of the cliffside and just scrape a small area. Now the nice thing about being up here is you don't gotta worry about nothing underneath you. The dirt is so void of anything but grasses that you're good to go. I'm looking for critters too. I don't want to lose any critters, but I want to create a small ledge here so that about fill over backwards, so that I don't have anything. Thought I saw a scorpion. Thought I saw a scorpion. I don't have any coals rolling down the hill. That wouldn't be good. Now, this might be too close, but we'll see. Or I'll just move my fire out of the way. Or down a little bit further. But I want it right up against this thing, right up in here. Hopefully you can see that. So, that's my fire bed. Now I'm just going to take sticks and break them with my hand because they're so easy to line the bed here. Getting a little chilly, so I want to get a fire started. Now it don't matter if these sticks are perfectly straight. They are just going to form the first layer of our coals and kind of insulate it from the insulate it from the moisture in the ground, because it has been raining a lot up in here. I'll get this done, and I only want the fire like this big, not huge. There you go, breaking stuff with my leg again. So, small bed. Got a jagged rock. Can use that. Produce some coals, cook a couple sausages. So there we go. That's all the bigger I want this to get. So, be right back with the tinder bundle, and we'll get this ignited. Wait, we need small sticks first. Got my food in a bag with 2 water bottles. I always take more water bottles than I think I'm going to need, because if I get stuck here overnight for some reason, fall and break a leg, I need it. So 2 water bottles, keep it all in the bag, stick it over here. Here's my tinder bundle. Take the gloves off. Magic ingredient that I just broke the bag on, so that's have to make some more. I'll put some alcohol swabs down in there. A little bit of dryer lint. Tell you what, this is gold. Love this stuff. And now, the bow drill. No, I'm kidding. Thing goes nuts. There we go. Off we go. Fire is started. Just set that right over the top. And there we go. Now I'm putting all these in here, not because I really want to, but because I tore the bag, so I gotta move the camera now because fire too close. Alright folks, we're back here at a safe distance now. As you can see, the flame is following the rock face, and I'm getting virtually no smoke. Maybe a hair from these bigger pieces that I'm putting in. Gotta remember to keep putting the small pieces in just to keep the flame going. But as soon as this gets hot, we're done with it. We're just gonna start cooking on it. Should be very soon. Tell you what. Tell you what. I'm literally just perched on a cliff face. A landslide down into a tree there, and it drops off into that area that you saw in the GoPro with the death falling and whatnot. I want to show you, I found a little heartwood here. That chunk right there, it's like it's melting, it's glossy. It's heartwood. Juniper heartwood, which I didn't know really was a thing. But it's literally oozing goo everywhere, and it smells strong. It's not an offensive smell, but it's not really a pleasant smell either. So I'm gonna wait. This is almost down to coals. Once it is, we'll cook those sausages and eat some marshmallows and love you faces. Be right back. Alright, I'm eating one, cooking the other. Life is good. Tastes awesome. Things that are cooked over an open flame seem to always taste better. And are hot enough to burn your fingers. I'm not sure what I just caught. Looks like some kind of centipede. Centipedes usually bite, so I would rather Come on, focus. Very different from the centipedes around my house, though. Interesting. Anyway, I'm gonna let this bugger go. It looks very different from any of the centipedes I've seen. Wildlife everywhere, guys. Kind of cool. Alright, we've eaten and just put some more on the fire to kind of warm up. It's quite chilly out here now after the sun went down. Make my way back down to the car, and yeah, this has been fun. A little relaxing getaway for the day. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Hope I've showed you something fun. I don't know, if you like, hit that like button, sub, and all that jazz. Thanks for joining me. How do you turn this off?